everyone. For this video, we are going to cover how to use the Divi Builder on the front end of the website. So I am on the First Call Web homepage, and I'm just going to go up into the top navigation. This bar shows up once you're logged into your WordPress site. We're going to look for the Enable Visual Builder. It'll be a purple button when you highlight over it. We are not going to click on Edit Page. That'll take you to the back end editor. We're instead going to focus on enabling this visual builder. What this will do is this will load the Divi front-end editor. And this Divi Builder is pretty cool in that it allows you to make changes live on the front end of your website or the site that is viewed from visitors when they aren't logged in. And it's set up with kind of a hierarchical structure. And I will show that right here. So as you can see, we have the actual web page divided into these blocks. And these blue blocks are what set things like the background images and the width of the site, and a lot of the just kind of hidden in the background stuff. Then we have rows that exist within that block. Rows can also be set to have their own background image or their own background color. And within these rows is where we have kind of the meat of the website, where we'll have things like buttons or text blocks or featured images. So that's kind of how that visually is set up. And then when we come back to this front end loader, you can actually see that when you hover over some of these areas, those editing blocks will show up. So this is where we would set things like this background image and the coloring. And then this green block is what sets how wide this editor, this editing section for this text will display. And then this is the actual text editor. And all of these have editing options. For a lot of the editing work that most of our clients will probably be using this for, you want to focus on these gray blocks. So say you needed to change out this primary heading for your website, you would go ahead and find this little gray gear icon. And what that will do is it will open up this editing window here. And this is set up pretty similarly to Microsoft Word and has a lot of the same editing options. Sometimes this will be defaulted over to the text view. That'll display it in HTML format. We just click here to switch it back over to the visual. And you can see that we have some of this text is edited with these heading tags. So we have a heading 2 and a heading 1. You can adjust those here. These are primarily used for the visual display, but they're also very important for SEO. You want to make sure that your SEO titles are displaying something that is relevant to your website and also is targeting a good keyword. So you can just edit live in this block here just by typing like normal. And when you're done, you just click that green checkbox and that will save your changes. So that's just a couple of the basic editing options. When you navigate the site, you'll be able to kind of explore how these different blocks may vary depending on what it is that's being displayed. For example, this is a button module, so the editor will look a little bit different, but you could change the button text. And likewise, if you scroll down, let me see if I can find an image. So here we have an image block. We could click on that. It'll bring up the image editor. With the image editor, if you actually select this image, it'll bring up your media library. And from here, you could select a different image that you want to install in its place. And whenever you're done, you just click that green check mark. I'm going to go ahead and do a separate video to cover some more of the in-depth uses. Whenever you're ready to close out your edits, you can just click on Exit Visual Builder. Make sure you save and exit, and it'll apply all those changes live to the front end of the site. Okay, thank you.